Welcome to our YouTube channel, dedicated to exploring the latest insights and opportunities in the world of finance and investments, with a special focus on currency revaluation gold, and with a special focus on currency revaluation gold and silver, investments, cryptocurrency, and more. If you're interested in staying up to date on the latest developments in currency revaluation, particularly the Iraqi Dinar and other currencies, best to subscribe to this channel. Please note that the content on this YouTube channel is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the opinions expressed on this channel are based on our own research and personal experience. We strongly recommend that you do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a weekly giveaway of 100 Dogecoin. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and watch this video till the end, as we will be sharing a random hashtag keyword daily, and then comment hashtag the keyword with no spaces in between in the comment section. Good luck! Now let's continue with this breaking news of the Iraqi Dinar today, so stick till the end of this video. You're not going to believe what just came out of Iraq's media. For the first time ever, an Iraqi economic author researcher publicly wrote that the Central Bank of Iraq has officially launched a historic monetary reform, and yes, it's directly tied to the project to delete the zeros. In an article written by Dr. Sabi Jabara, known in Arabic media, a well-cited economic researcher and analyst whose past work notes postgraduate study in the UK, Wales, and Manchester, he claims the Central Bank of Iraq has launched a historic reform to bring the dinar without zeros. I dug into his background and credibility, and while he's not an official CBI source, he's been featured across outlets like Al Maloma and Sodal Iraq, where his economic commentary often previews upcoming policy trends. Now, this new article from November 10th is creating buzz because it lays out how Iraq could phase out the 3-0 notes and prepare for a higher value dinar. We're going to unpack what he actually said, what's fact versus opinion, and how it fits into the broader revaluation timeline. First, let's go through this brief article, and please be advised that the Google translation is sometimes confusing, so make sure to watch until the end as we will reveal why this is essential for enhancing the value of the Iraqi dinar and creating a more prosperous future for the country. The title of this article is "The Iraqi Dinar Without Zeros, the Central Bank of Iraq Launches a Historic Reform." Al Maloma News. The Central Bank of Iraq has officially confirmed that it is moving forward with its long-awaited 0-0 project, a massive financial reform that will fundamentally reshape the country's economy and its standing on the global stage. In a series of statements, the central bank governor emphasized that the project is not mere speculation, but a concrete initiative that has generated considerable enthusiasm and interest in international financial circles. This ambitious project aims to rename the Iraqi dinar by removing 3 zeros from its nominal value to better reflect the country's growing economic strength. This move, which has been the subject of rumors for years, is currently under active development, with comprehensive studies and simulations having been completed. According to the governor, the process will be gradual and meticulously planned to ensure financial stability while unlocking the currency's true potential. For years, the Iraqi dinar has suffered from a decline in its nominal value as a result of decades of conflict and economic instability. The current exchange rate, hovering around an unofficial rate of 1,415 dinars to the US dollar, forces citizens to carry large amounts of cash for their daily transactions and complicates international trade and investment. The 0-0 project was designed to address this problem by simplifying the currency and aligning it with the country's strong economic fundamentals, including robust oil revenues, expanding gold reserves, and deepening trade partnerships with global powers such as China, the United States, and the European Union. While the central bank has been careful not to commit to a specific timeline, the confirmation that the project has begun marks a pivotal moment for Iraq. This represents a transition from post-war recovery to a new era of economic independence. Signs of reform. How will removing zeros work? The phrase removing zeros may sound alarming, but it is a standard monetary policy tool known as currency revaluation. It is not a confiscation of wealth, but rather a recalibration of the currency's nominal value. In essence, 1,000 old Iraqi dinars will become one new dinar, Crucially, all prices, wages, and savings will be adjusted proportionally, ensuring that individuals' purchasing power remains stable at the moment of the shift. The real shift occurs in the subsequent adjustment of the exchange rate. The central bank has developed several scenarios with internal studies predicting that the floating dinar could stabilize automatically at a value in the distant future between 3.22 and 4.25 dinars to the dollar. The governor clarified that these figures are not a declared rate, but rather an indicator of the currency's potential if it is allowed to float freely based on market demand and Iraq's economic fundamentals. Two main paths are being considered for the next phase. Economists close to the central bank indicate that both options remain on the table. The choice will depend on the government's strategic priorities, whether it favors a gradual, market-driven adjustment or a swift and decisive reset. Either path would trigger one of the most significant currency transformations in the modern Middle East. The economic driver. Why is now the right time for a stronger dinar? The timing of this reform is not coincidental. The Iraqi economy is at an evolutionary turning point. The country's fiscal position has steadily improved, driven by several key factors. Strong oil revenues. As a leading producer in OPEC, Iraq's steady oil revenues provide a stable foundation for its economy and strong support for its currency. Growing gold reserves. The central bank is actively expanding its gold reserves, a traditional safe asset that enhances monetary stability and international credibility. Deepening trade partnerships. Iraq has developed strong trade relations with major global economies, including China, the United States, and the European Union, diversifying its economic interactions and reducing its dependence on any single partner. Despite this strength, the nominal value of the dinar has been lagged, widening the gap between the official exchange rate and its true value. Each time Iraq's GDP grows or its foreign reserves increase, this discrepancy becomes more pronounced. The 0-0 project is the mechanism to close this gap, allowing the currency to finally reflect the country's true wealth and economic progress. This reform is expected to have profound global implications. Revaluing the Iraqi dinar would boost regional investment. A stable and strong currency would make Iraq a more attractive destination for foreign investment, thereby fostering economic growth throughout the region. Reduces dependence on the dollar. By repegging its currency into a diversified basket of currencies or commodities, Iraq can reduce its reliance on the US dollar for oil settlements, a move with significant geopolitical implications. Inspires monetary reform. It could inspire neighboring economies to reassess their monetary structures, potentially triggering a wave of fiscal modernization across the Middle East. For Iraq itself, this is more than just an economic adjustment. It is a step toward a historic fiscal renaissance, signaling Iraq's transition from post-war recovery to a future of economic independence and self-determination. A new chapter for Iraq, the way forward. The central bank governor has emphasized that this reform is not a rash or hasty move. Every step is carefully measured, documented, and designed to maintain stability and public confidence. While the precise implementation timeline remains confidential, the confirmation that the project has begun and the preliminary studies are complete indicates that implementation is closer than ever. When the reform takes place, whether through a gradual float or a sudden restructuring, it will permanently alter Iraq's fiscal identity. The phrase, removing zeros, as simple as it sounds, represents one of the most ambitious and complex financial engineering projects in the country's modern history. The central bank is not just changing numbers, it is redefining how Iraq interacts with the global economy. The world is watching closely. The potential shift in the dinar's value, with projections ranging between 3.22 and 4.25 to the dollar, has captured the attention of investors, economists, and governments worldwide. This is not just an economic story, it is history in motion. As Iraq stands on the precipice of this financial transformation, the message is clear. The nation is ready to transcend its past and write a new chapter of prosperity and strength. This concludes this breaking news article. Before we jump in, if you've been following Iraq's currency story for a while, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because what we're seeing right now might be the clearest public signal yet that the central bank's reform is moving from theory to reality. So let's talk about this article, the Iraqi Dinar Without Zeros. The Central Bank of Iraq launches a historic reform, published November 10, 2025, by Dr. Subhi Jabara on Al-Ma'alola. This wasn't just another commentary piece. It was a public economic roadmap written by a well-connected Iraqi academic describing in plain terms that the central bank has already begun implementing the long-planned project to delete the zeros. Dr. Jabara doesn't frame it as rumor or speculation. He presents it as a structured, government-led reform grounded in hard fundamentals: expanding oil revenues above 4 million barrels per day, growing gold reserves, improved fiscal discipline, and coordination with the IMF and international banking systems. He even cites potential value projections between 3.22 cents and 4.25 cents per dinar, not as a hype number, but as the calculated outcome of Iraq's balance sheet strength and purchasing power parity once the dinar re-enters global circulation. What makes this so remarkable is who the article was written for. This wasn't aimed at Western investors. It was written in Arabic for the Iraqi public, explaining what the deletion of zeros means, why it's necessary, and how it will be managed gradually to avoid shocks. That alone tells us something huge. The education phase has started. When a central bank-aligned economist starts breaking down complex monetary reform in everyday language, it usually means citizens are being prepared for a transition already in motion. Dr. Jabara emphasizes that the goal isn't an overnight jump. It's a methodical restructuring of Iraq's monetary system, stabilizing inflation, introducing smaller denominations, digitizing payments, and restoring faith in the dinar as a store of value. He frames it as a historic correction, bringing the currency back to its true strength after decades of war, inflation, and dependency on the US dollar. And that's the key insight here. This article confirms that Iraq's central bank is pivoting from dollar reliance to dinar dominance. It aligns perfectly with the broader de-dollarization drive we've been tracking: the digital payment initiatives, ISO banking compliance, and international audits. It's as if every technical milestone we've seen over the past year was leading to this exact announcement. Now, about those projected rates, 3.22 to 4.25. Skeptics will call it ambitious. But if you run the math, Iraq's oil output, foreign reserves north of $100 billion, and low external debt, that range isn't fantasy. It's financially sustainable. It mirrors Kuwait's own post-war reinstatement curve when its dinar shot back to 3.47 cents after similar restructuring. Dr. Jabara is effectively saying Iraq has reached that same level of readiness. So what does this mean? It means we're no longer in the rumor stage. The narrative has moved from Telegram chats and analyst predictions to official economic commentary inside Iraq's mainstream media. That's the final phase before implementation. You don't start educating the public unless the system itself is ready. In my opinion, this article marks a turning point. It validates that the central bank's project to delete the zeros is active, not pending, and it shows that the conversation inside Iraq has shifted from if to how soon. Dr. Jabara's tone is calm, confident, and precise, the tone of someone announcing a policy, not debating it. If you've been waiting for something tangible, this is it. It's not speculation, it's execution. And when economists start teaching the public about a dinar without zeros, history tells us that what comes next is the practical rollout: the lower notes, the redenomination, and eventually the reinstated rate. That's why this article matters so much. It's the quiet signal that the reform is real. The mechanism is ready, and the timeline has entered its final stretch. And that, in my opinion, is more powerful than any rumor we've heard all year. That's my final analysis. What are your thoughts on this article today? Before ending this video, the hashtag keyword for the 100 Dogecoin giveaway is execution. The winner will be announced this Sunday and will be in one of the Sunday's videos. Stay tuned, and good luck. Please drop a comment below. Let us know what you think, and don't forget to add hashtag and the keyword for today. Also, don't forget to please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you